My apologies for being late. We started in time, but on account of weather conditions, the landing at the airport was delayed by 40 minutes. I'm extremely regretful about it. Honorable Governor of Uttarakhand, Lieutenant General Gurmeet Singh, always a source of inspiration, 24/7, committed to his work, which can be encapsulated always nation first. Dr. Dhan Singh Rawat, Minister of Higher Education, Government of Uttarakhand. I came in connect with him while I was serving my role as governor in the state of West Bengal. Since then, we have met on several occasions. His captivating smile is always energizing. I wish to tell him I have good memory. He says he will see me. Please do it this month or early next month. You are invited to Uprashtrapati Niwas. A university is defined by infrastructure and faculty in the reverse order. Kumaun University is lucky to be gifted with remarkable faculty and a Vice-Chancellor whose some performance I had seen while he was in Delhi University, where I happened to be the Chancellor. He and the faculty bring on the table what Bharat needs to take a leap in the future so that we secure the position towards which indication was given by the Honorable Governor. We are benefited by the presence of Vice-Chancellor Pantnagar University, Manmohan Singh Chauhan. But I am always delighted when we find other vices also. I carry the tag of Vice-President. When I meet Vice-Chancellors, I am delighted that I am not alone. Distinguished members of the Assembly, Srimati Srita Arya, Sri Ram Singh Kaira. It is very important to announce the name correctly. Even spelling sometimes. We have amongst us men in uniform, Commodore Bal Rajesh Singh, Group Commander, Colonel Rajesh Kaushik. We have distinguished members of the state bureaucracy. But I must indicate presence of one person. I was elected to Parliament in 1989, and I was lucky and fortunate to another member of Parliament from Nainital, Mahendra Pal Singh. A very dear friend, a lawyer of repute. And when I became a minister in 1990 and always looked at him, I always had a feeling he was a better person than I am, more deserving to be minister. I have invited him on occasions, and this time I would do it in your presence. A remarkable human being. His parliamentary career was dotted with nothing but excellence. It was very difficult to provoke him. I tried on some occasions. So let me tell you, my visit is a bonus to me that I could connect with a friend gifted with sublimity and great value system. Distinguished members of the faculty, and most important, my dear students, I am here for two particular reasons. One is Golden Jubilee celebration is not an ordinary milestone. Golden Jubilee celebration gives us an occasion to look back, take stock, and then structure a strategy how we will negotiate the coming years and decades. Part of the agenda has been unfolded by the enormously talented governor of the state. But then, every individual counts. I therefore thought it will be a befitting occasion to be at the initiation or in the midst of it, the Golden Jubilee, and to indicate it is much beyond celebration. Since its inception in 1973, Kumaun University has justified the ecosystem all around, the passion of people of the state, and has emerged as a center of learning, discipline, and academic excellence. I must congratulate the university management, faculty in particular, and the students for having secured in 2015, earned the hard way, the prestigious A grade from NAAC, reflecting commitment, absolute commitment to quality. From a regional institution to begin with, it has emerged as an institution that I am sure will ever be on the rise. The second aspect which is important for this day, and my dear friend Mahendra Pal Singh would make it more important. 50 years ago, this day, the oldest, the largest, and now the most vibrant democracy went through difficult air pocket, unexpected hazard in the shape of headwinds, nothing short of earthquake to destroy democracy. It was imposition of emergency. The night was dark. The cabinet was sidelined. The beleaguered Prime Minister then, facing an adverse High Court order, yielded to personal gain, ignoring the entire nation. And the President trampled constitutionalism, signed a declaration of emergency. What followed for 21-22 months was turbulent period for our democracy, never imagined. The darkest period of democracy we had the occasion to see. 140,000 people were put behind bars. They had no access to justice system. They could not vindicate their fundamental rights. 9 high courts, fortunately, stood the ground. And they held emergency or no emergency. Fundamental rights cannot be put on hold. Ruling firmly that every citizen of the country has a right which can be fructified by judicial intervention. Unfortunately, the Supreme Court, the highest court of the land, got eclipsed. It overturned the verdict of 9 high courts. It ruled, it decided 2 things. Emergency declaration thereof is a decision of the executive, not open to judicial review. And it is a decision also on the time for how long it will last. And that citizens do not have fundamental rights while there is emergency. It was a major setback to the people at large. They never knew for how long it will last. And just reflect, young boys and girls, because you will have to learn about it. Unless you do it, you will not know it. What happened to the press? Who were the people put behind the bars? They became prime ministers of this country. They became presidents of this country. That was the scenario. And that is why, to make aware our youth, as indicated by the Honorable Governor, our median age, youth demographic dividend, the age is 28 years. We are a decade younger than China and US. And you are the most vital stakeholders in governance, in democracy. You therefore cannot forget or cannot afford not to learn about that darkest period. Very thoughtfully, the government of the day decided that this day will be celebrated as Svidhan Hatya Divas. The celebration will be that it will never happen again. The celebration will be that those guilty, those who allowed such kind of transgression of humanity's rights, spirit and essence of the Constitution, who they were, why they did it. In the Supreme Court also, my friend will bear me out, one judge dissented, H.R. Khanna. And it was commented by a leading newspaper in the US that if ever democracy returns to Bharat, a monument will surely be built for H.R. Khanna, who held his ground. I therefore call upon the students of this great university, pen down an essay on 25th June 1975. Pen down essay around Svidhan Hatya Divas. My office will share the email ID where you can send the essay. And we will receive first 100 entries. I am sure 100 will surely write it. We will not decide whose essay is better, but we will pick up 50 out of them. Just pick up. And invite all those 50 to be my guest at the Parliament of Bharat. I invite you. And I am sure this will happen over a period of month. You will be my guests, the chosen ones. And second lot will be the remaining participants. So I am inviting 100 students of this university to be my guests, to see the new building of Parliament, that came up during COVID. Less than 30 months, and you will see our civilizational journey of 5,000 years being reflected therein. Can I take your assurance? You will write that essay? Did anyone say yes?
Yes, sir.
Say it loudly.
Yes, sir.
God. And you will be my guest.
Yes, sir.
And I will have lunch with you. Thank you. I am grateful. There will be a special guest at the lunch. Mahendra Pal Singh. A leader is always a leader. Let me on this day reflect on the role of Vice Chancellors. Vice Chancellors and faculty define the institution. You all know Takshila, but Takshila became Takshila because of Panini and Chanakya were affiliated with it. Nalanda earned its fame because Shilbhadra was at the head of it. We had a great institute, Indian Institute of Science. Homi Bhabha and Vikram Sarabhai led, but defined by Sir C.V. Raman, famously known for Raman effect, those of you who are interested in science. So friends, India's diverse educational landscape, these positions now demand visionaries. They need to have passion. They need to have a mission. The mission must correlate with the concept that we are a unique nation with 5,000 years of civilizational history. We had ancient institutions, Nalanda, Takshila, Odantpuri, any number of them. And that we must be a developed nation by 2047. But let me share it with you, my young friends. You have not lived the times my generation has lived. Now you are in an atmosphere of hope and possibility. No one says Bharat is a nation that has potential because the nation is on the rise. The rise is recognized globally and by institutions of repute, the World Bank, the International Monetary Fund. Viksit Bharat, as reflected by the Honorable Governor, is not our dream. It is our certain destination, maybe earlier. And why not? During your times, not my time, your times. Foreign exchange reserve was $1 billion when me and Dr. Mahendra Pal were in Parliament. We saw the spectacle of our gold being shipped by air to Switzerland to be placed to 2 banks. Now it is more than $700 billion. Our economy was fragile 5. We were the weakest economies at one point of time. Even a decade ago, we were not in single digit. Now we are inching towards third number. We are already at number 4. We are the fastest rising economy of that size. Bharat today has seen last decade as the most developed decade for any country in the world. So our youth has become now most aspirational. You have 3 choices. You can be restless, you can be resting, or you can be catalyst to bring about the big change. I would wish and hope you will be there in that category. I must also reflect, if I am not mistaken, and the Vice Chancellor can take note of it and correct me if I am wrong. Over 50 years, you have had, I think, large number of alumni. Is the number around 100,000? 1 lakh. Now, alumni of an institution is a very important component. You look to social media and Google, you will find some institutions in the developed world have alumni fund corpus, more than 10 billion US dollars. One has a corpus of more than 50 billion US dollars. This comes not as a deluge, it comes by the trickle effect. Let me, for instance, give an illustration. If these 100,000 alumni of this great institution decide to make a contribution only of 10,000 rupees a year, the annual amount will be 100 crores. Have I made a mistake of a digit? No, 100 crores. And just imagine if it is year after year, then you will not be looking here and there. You will be self-sustaining. It will soothe you. Secondly, the alumni will have the occasion to connect with the alma mater. So you will have easy route. Oh, an alumnus of this institution is in that institution. We can connect with him. He will handhold you. She will handhold you. So I strongly urge that let there be initiation from Devbhoomi about alumni association with this direction. Dear boys and girls, academic institutions are much beyond just learning centers for degrees and credentials. Much beyond. Otherwise, why there is difference between virtual learning and a campus learning? You immediately know the time you spend amongst your colleagues on the campus defines your mindset. These places are meant to catalyze the change needed, the change you want, the nation you want. These are natural organic crucibles of ideation and innovation. Ideas come, but there must be ideation of idea. If an idea comes and out of fear of failure, you don't engage in innovation or trial, our progress will come to a steady state. These are places where world's envy, our demographic youth, has the occasion to script not only their own career, but script the destiny of Bharat. And therefore, please get going. There is a tagline of one of the corporate products which you must have come across. Just do it. Am I right? I would add one more. Do it now. You therefore have to take a lead in pledging yourself, indicating your resolve as indicated by the Honorable Governor, to always believe the nation is first. I appeal to the political landscape of the country. Do not please look national issues, issues of national security, issues of development from a political partisan prism. That is not part of our ethos. There has to be absolute one page, same page for such kind of assessments. I am not for a moment suggesting how political parties handle political situations, do it. But when national interest, national development is the issue, we have no option but to be on the same page. My dear young friends, you have had a system at the moment which is my enemy. I lived in a village. There was no toilet in the house. I lived in a village where there was no electricity, no gas connection, no internet, no immediate road connectivity, no health center, and no school around. And now, 180-degree change. And therefore, you can play in the joints. Do not be please be in silos. Do not be in the groove that only option is to find a government job. The governor had stressed the point, I wouldn't elaborate much. But let me tell you, your opportunity basket is getting enlarged day by day. It is ballooning. You just have to look around. You have to look at the affirmative policies of the government that handhold you. You have to move ahead to learn that our background of startups, our background of unicorns, the role of youth in that direction is done by you, people like you. Because right now we have, as is provided by education, equality before law. Inequities have been decimated. Privileged pedigree is no longer in existence. All are equal. Patronage is password no longer for a job, contract or employment. Patronage is password for jail. These are the good times you are seeing. And therefore I appeal to you, without taking more time, you have to define yourselves. The engine of development of this nation, our journey to Viksit Bharat, your mind has to fire on all cylinders with hope and optimism. And I have no doubt India's intellect DNA is unrivaled in the world. During our time, the global corporates did not have any Indian presence even at the lower level. And now there is no global institute or corporate that does not have an Indian mind at the peak. And therefore you are no longer governed by succession or lineage. You have to define your own course. And that is why I often say, I'll take just a minute for that. National Education Policy 2020. I am sure the Vice Chancellor will take steps to make you fully aware how it is a game changer for you and through you for the entire nation and humanity. My young friends, let it be known, your university, that brought the world to the Himalayas and the look the Himalayas give to the entire world. Let me indicate what Swami Vivekananda, and mind you, Swami Vivekananda left, if I go by my own age, more than 35 years ago, my age. He barely touched 40. And what did he say? I quote, "Education is the manifestation of the perfection already in man," unquote. The perfection is in you. He exhorted, awake, arise, stop not till the goal is achieved. I am extremely grateful to the Chancellor, the Governor, the Vice Chancellor, for giving me this great opportunity to share my thoughts. Because when India will be having centenary of its independence, achieving the status of Viksit Bharat, you will also be celebrating not only these two events, but your own. Where would you be around that time? Thank you so much. I am grateful for your patience. Please do not delay responding to writing the essay, because 3 weeks from today is a good enough period for you to assimilate thoughts, write it, send it. The Vice Chancellor will take steps to let you know where you have to send, or you can give it to this office, they will deliver to us. And give me the opportunity to host you at Uprashtapati Niwas for lunch and to take you around the new building of Indian Parliament. Thank you so much.